Hello there, this is just a little rant I wanted to get off my chest. I've been talking about this to myself for a bit, trying to get my words right. Hello there, this is a little rant. I want to talk about the akula and its problems and what I think needs to be changed and addressed with it, because there's some things about this that don't make any sense whatsoever. And there's a lot of other discrepancies with vehicles that I want to make videos about, just talking. But, yeah, no, just stick with the akula for now. Um, The Akula, the main problem with it that you will take away with what I say about its weaponry after this is that it can't deal with different types of targets at once. Now, you might be thinking, oh, that's a fair design choice, but after I describe how it can't do that, you'll understand my frustrations and what I mean. So, without any further ado, before I digress, the the gunfire and the machine guns, as as you might know, the machine guns in a lot of the recent on a lot of the recent helicopters. I mean, recent ones that have been for like 5 years. But yeah, no, this model, the triple barrel, quote unquote, 50 caliber uh, miniguns that you'll find on vehicles like the Insurgent. You can mount that as a turret on top. Um, there's a stealth annihilator as well. There's this, of course. You can find it on the thruster. It's an option on the Sparrow, and plenty of more. Even on it's on the Avenger now. Completely useless, mind you, but still, it's on the Avenger. Um, yeah, no, they do hardly any damage at all compared to the Buzzard and Annihilator miniguns, which are infinitely better. The best way I could describe them is you, with the two miniguns that the pilot controls that are in the weapons bay, it takes a solid 10 or more seconds, no, yeah, about 10 seconds of direct fire into a police helicopter to blow it up. Takes about that. And then compare, compared to the Buzzard or Annihilator, which take about 1 to 2 seconds of direct fire to blow up. Now, I'm not pulling out any exact comparisons here, but like you can do it yourself if you want, and you can figure it out. I'm just not going to do it here for the sake of time to get my point across. But yeah, no, the machine guns are really bad. This is problematic because they can't effectively deal with other enemy player controlled helicopters because, as I just said, they do hardly any damage at all. And yeah, like you can't rely on them if your missiles aren't working, which the missiles on this thing are a bit weird. But yeah, no, the main point of that is just please buff the damage on both machine gun turrets. No, not turret. Both the machine gun, the internally mounted ones, and the turret. Give them the same damage model as the Annihilator and the Buzzard to make them useful in any manner. And you know what? In that regard, for all other helicopters, including the weaponized Canada, which is coming out, and I've seen screenshots of it. It's going to be Pyro Gaming has a video talking about them. It's going to be confirmed to have these machine guns, pods. It just buff them all, give them the same damage model as the Buzzard and Annihilator. It just doesn't make any sense. They're horrifically worse. You can, like as I said, you can test it out for yourself. Go to Pegasus. No, no. Bring out one of them that has these machine guns. Call Pegasus. Call a Hydra or laser, and just do a damage test. See how long it takes you to kill a Hydra with the Buzzard or Annihilator, and then take out the Kula and see how long it takes you. This very jarring difference. Okay, and I'll just think about what I just said there about the machine guns, and now listen to me talk about the missiles. So, the missiles on this thing are problematic. You get two options. You get barrage, a four missile barrage, and you get homing missiles, which infinite homing missiles, standard homing capabilities, and they, yeah, and basically, see, you can only have one of either at any one time. Stupid. But with the homing missiles, you can't even use the free aim non-homing missiles, like you know how you can find on the jets and other older helicopters that have homing missiles. You can choose to just free aim them and have them not lock onto anything. This can be good if you want to manually shoot at something, if locking onto it is problematic, because the homing is so bad, because they'll just overshoot the enemy and not do anything in close combat. Two kinds of targets I can think of where homing is completely useless, and where you would want free aim would be if a car or something is driving really fast. Usually the missiles just end up slamming into the ground as they try to get behind the car before they can, actually hit the damn car in the first place. And if a helicopter, or even, well, for jets, the missiles won't hit because they can't keep up with the jet. But with other helicopters, even the police helicopters, in close quarters combat, you won't be able to hit them because the homing is so bad and the missiles will just overshoot. In which case, you might want to use the normal homing rockets, the free aim ones, so then you can manually aim and take a shot, and then you're much more likely to get a hit. But you can't even do that on the Akula if you have the homing rockets. Oh, you can't do that? I'll pull out the machine guns. Maybe I'll be able to use the machine guns against the enemy helicopter. Just like on the buzzard and the narrator, because they do serious damage. Oh no, the machine guns on this thing suck ass. You see what I'm trying to say here? And then, of course, the barrage missiles. They're alright. There's only 4 missiles in a barrage. There should be 7, like every other. Okay, that's not as much as a problem as the other 2 things I mentioned, but yeah. So, my point from all this is, in order to make this an effective military armed helicopter that you use in free mode to deal with different types of targets, because these vehicles are supposed to be versatile, if the machine guns, both pilot controlled and co-pilot controlled, the same damage model as the Buzzard and Lionel machine guns, keep the same sound design, obviously, so they're a little bit unique, and the same actual model, but just give them the same damage output, same fire rate, same everything, same damage per bullet, all of that. And for missiles, I think this is the best option here. Add it so that you can have both barrage and homing at once, but the homing missiles are modeled inside of the weapons bay, and they launch from the flaps that come out that expose the weaponry. This would make sense on the new Raiju, the new jet, when the stealth mode is, if I could underneath the jet, basically, there's the weapons bays, they open up, and inside of the weapons bay's doors, the missiles are right there. See these flaps here, think of these, except they're for the weapons bay. Inside of them, the rockets are there. You could do the same thing for the Akula. In which case you could have both the barrage and the thing at once. So that would help a lot in dealing with different types of targets. Do you need to have free aim rockets because something is too hard to hit with the homing rockets? There you go, you got barrage missiles, just like the Hunter Mark 1, or F1 Hunter, sorry, F1 Hunter. The Apache. That also has a weird ass tail rotor based on something else. But just like the Hunter, and keep the 4 missile barrage if you were to have both weapons at once. For balancing purposes, of course. And that's all you have to do. Allow the same missiles at once. Give it better machine guns. Give it the same machine gun damage model as the President Elevator. That's all you need to do. That's all you need to do to make this more logical. Just better and free mode of dealing with different targets. The fact that you increase the price, I think it was from 3.7 mil, now without the trade price. I know that some vehicles in this game, the missions you have to do to get the trade price are very easy to do. But the trade price, not the normal price, it used to be 3.7 mil, 3.7 something, and now it's 4.5, as I will demonstrate. So please, you've increased the cost of it. It's not versatile. Like it can't defend itself even against different types of targets. Like for what it is, it should have the things that I mentioned. It should have good machine guns. It should have the ability to have both missile types at once. So please, just this. I hope you understand what I've said here. I've tried saying this a few times, but I've been getting it wrong. But there's the point. Homing and barrage missiles at once, and better machine guns. That's all. That's all it needs. Because right now it has a bunch of discrepancies that don't make any sense at all. Anyways, well, I hope you've thought about it anyways. Ah, never mind. Thanks for watching.